Mount Gox seems to have done the unexpected and actually pumped the market. So the bears that were taking shorts got annihilated. We go up a couple more thousand, we'll be in for some serious liquidations of over $1 billion. Possibly multiple billions of dollars. And I laugh at the bears that thought we were going to go down to 52K or 48K. Does not seem like that's going to happen. But there is another thing that I need to mention. The UK actually has 61,000 Bitcoin, and the question is, will they follow Germany into dumping all of it? Because that could honestly be a big problem. 61K, I believe, is more than the German government had. And remember, the UK government just changed hands from the Tories to Labour. Now, the Tories sucked because Brexit was a complete and utter disaster, and so people voted him out by droves. But the Labour government might be more willing to sell Bitcoin, and they have roughly 61,245 Bitcoin. After 14 years, Labour is in control of the UK government. Chancellor of the Exchequer Rachel Reeves may have discretion to use the country's Bitcoin holdings for the party's goals. So if they need money, they might liquidate the Bitcoin. I hope not. I don't know if this is like a government seizure, but the UK does have some Bitcoin reserves. I do not believe the chancellor would have the ability to basically sell everything if she wanted to. But this is not the same as Germany. The transition from a government in the UK run by a Conservative Party to one under Labour, which is more like the centrist Liberal Party, has some asking what Prime Minister Keir Starmer may do with the country's Bitcoin holdings. They have roughly, like I said, 61,245 Bitcoin, worth more than $4 billion. Like I said, this is more than the German government had, and it could definitely really bring Bitcoin down back into the 50s. The dump could be just as bad as the German dump, but I don't think it's quite as likely that they will dump because they've actually held on to this for a while. I don't think they have an imperative to actually sell like the German government did. There may be some bureaucratic hurdles to overcome. Reeves may have the option of liquidating Bitcoin holdings as part of Labour government's plan to promote economic stability. I think they would have to basically stretch it a little bit for that. And I don't think they'll liquidate over the course of 3 days. If they liquidate, it probably will be over several months. So the results may not be felt as quickly or as devastatingly. A policy statement read by King Charles III on July 18th. King Charles, by the way, doesn't actually have any power. Suggests Labour would prioritize building affordable housing and improving the nation's rail system. And they might use Bitcoin to build more low-cost housing and to build the nation's rail system. Not bad, infrastructure is definitely needed, but obviously we in the crypto industry do not like this. Prime Minister Starmer has largely been silent on crypto as a Labour policy objective. He probably doesn't really care about it, but his government introduced 40 bills on July 17th as part of a King's speech. As shadow minister and shadow economic secretary before July 4th election, Tulip Siddiq suggested that she intended to crack down on crypto regulations. So they might be getting harder on crypto, but they haven't actually said whether they will actually sell this batch or not. Outside of the United States, the UK actually does have one of the biggest stockpiles of Bitcoin holdings, so we do need to watch out for this. Germany only had 49,858. The UK has 61,000. And I think the change from Tory to Labour could actually threaten sales of this stock. So obviously, this is more FUD for the summer, and I don't think they'll actually sell, but even if they sell part of it to basically fulfill some of their infrastructure promises and to fulfill some of their infrastructure promises and to fulfill low housing promises, because inflation is killing the UK more than even the US. This could have an effect, at least a couple $1,000s down. Like I said, I don't believe it'll be as bad as the German government sales because it's not going to be in as short amount of time. And they haven't said they're going to sell everything, but it is something to watch out for because it is $61,000 in Bitcoin. And it is worrying because it is a complete swap of the government. The Labour Party has pretty much majority in Parliament, and the Conservatives, the Tories, lost a whole lot of seats because of Brexit. So watch out for that. The UK could pawn us again, at least in the short term. Other big news today, obviously, Microsoft Windows data blackout has pawned the United States. major financial firms. It's down. Some of the travel stuff is down, and it's causing a lot of chaos. And this is why we need DPEN, people. A global Microsoft Windows failure, possibly linked to a CrowdStrike software update, has disrupted critical services worldwide, causing widespread banking outages and grounding flights. The big tech giant Microsoft is facing widespread outage of its Windows platforms. Surprise, surprise, puppy surprise. Windows definitely has its problems, which has subsequently disrupted various critical services across the globe, and not only the United States, including emergency services. I heard that 911 wasn't working, which is a huge problem. Banks, airports, and broadcasters. The failure, which began on July 18th and continued into July 19th, appears to be linked to cybersecurity software CrowdStrike. According to the Forbes report, it has left many institutions grappling with severe operational challenges, or severe operational blackouts, more like. In a post on X on July 18th at 11:41 p.m. UTC, Microsoft 365 status posted that it was investigating an issue impacting users' abilities to access various Microsoft 365 apps. So everything might actually be down right now. This is why we need DPEN. So one failure won't actually destroy everything. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.